All right, good morning, grade sixes. I hope you're having a wonderful week, and hope you guys found some sardines this week. It's beautiful, lovely winter days. Hope you're having a fantastic time at home with your families. Okay, so back to maths now. We're on decimal fractions, and we're continuing with decimal fractions. And today I'm going to show you a little bit about adding decimal fractions and subtracting them. Okay, so adding decimal fractions is very much the same as adding any other number. Okay. There's a couple of things that you probably would have gone over in previous grades. I'm just going to go over them again. Okay, so we use the vertical column method to add decimal fractions. Okay, this is one of the ways that we use, but that is the normal way that you normally add up numbers. You put one underneath the other, underneath the other. Okay, you put units under units, tens under tens, hundreds under hundreds, exactly the same way as you do with whole numbers. Okay. The golden rule with adding decimal fractions is you have to put the right place value under the same place value of the same number. Okay, and I'll show you how to do that, so don't worry about it. I'm going to show you now. But just to keep it simple, all commas must go underneath each other. Okay, I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that. But all commas must go underneath each other. That way you line up your numbers in the right way and you get your place value in the right place. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean now by using a practical example. Okay, so here I've got three numbers. I've got an example here and it says 23,47 plus 3,942,412 plus 133,4. Okay, now I've used different colors just so you don't get confused. You can see that they're different numbers. Okay, let's work this out using our vertical column method. I'm just going to use this piece of the board over here. Okay, now remember, as with any number, when we add them using the vertical column method, the biggest number goes at the top. The smallest number goes at the bottom. Okay, so the biggest number here is 3,942. So I'm going to go 3,942, comma, 412. Okay. My next biggest number is 133,4. Okay. So now, easy as pie, guys. Easy as pie. Take your comma, and your comma goes underneath this comma. Okay. Then your hundreds go under the hundreds column. So there's 100. Your 30 goes under the tens column. Your 3 goes under the units column. Okay, can you see? My tens are in line. My units are in line. My tens are in line. And my hundreds are in line. Okay. My comma is in line. Then I've got comma 4. So I've only got one place after the comma, and that is the tenths. Okay. This comma 4 is in the tenths column. I'm going to put it over here. Okay, and that is the tenths. There are no hundreds. There are no thousands. Okay. Then I'm going to go for my smallest number, and that is 23,47. I'm going to take my comma goes underneath. You see how I'm taking my comma and I'm keeping my commas in line. Okay, that makes sure that the rest of my number is in the right place. Okay, and I'm going to go 23, 20 goes in the tens column. The 3 goes in the units column. Comma goes in there. The 4 goes in the tenths column. The 7 goes in the the 7 goes in the hundredths column. Okay. Now, if I want to, I can make it just to make it easier for myself, so don't get confused. I can put little placeholders here. So where there's no place here, I can put a 0. Just so I can see. This is called a placeholder. It holds my hundredths place. And I can also put a placeholder here. Because I've got a thousands, I'll put a placeholder in this one so that I add it up and it just keeps it in that line. Okay. The bottom number, I can also put a placeholder in the thousands, just so that I can see my thousands are all lined up, my hundredths are all lined up, my tenths are all lined up, my commas are in the same line, my units are in the same line, my tens are in the same line, my hundreds are in the same line, and my thousands in the same line. Okay, it doesn't change the value of the number by adding those place value zeros in. It doesn't change the number at all. Okay, if I wanted to, technically speaking, I could add a placeholder there. Okay, and do the same on this side. But mathematically, we don't really do that. Okay, so then I'm going to put a plus sign and I'm going to add it up exactly the same way as I do with whole numbers. Okay, so I'm going to start on the right and I'm going to work away across to the left. Okay, so we're going to add up the thousandths column first. This is the thousandths. Okay, 2 plus 0 is 2. Then I'm going to add up, is there anything to carry over? No. Then I'm going to add up the hundredths column. Okay, this is the hundredths column. I'm going to say 1 plus 0 plus 7 is 8. Okay, anything to carry over? No. Okay, then I'm going to add up the tenths column. Okay, and I'm going to say 4 plus 4 gives me 12. I put down the 2, and watch this, guys. Exactly the same as you do with whole numbers. I carry the 1. Okay, so 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12. I put down the 2 and I carry the 1. The only difference here is I now have a comma, so my comma just comes down. I don't have to think about it, it just comes down. Because it's in line, I bring it down. Now, there are my fractions. I've dealt with the fractions, now I'm going to whole numbers. Okay, so now I'm going to go 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9. Okay, then I'm going to say 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 2 is 9. Okay, 9 plus 1 is 10. So I'll put down the 0, carry the 1. My answer is 4,099,282. Okay, this is subtraction, so this is also decimal fractions, but now we're going to subtract. Okay, and the same things apply with subtraction when it comes to whole numbers. Now the only difference is we now have a comma in our number, where we didn't have one before. Okay, so the same rules apply. We're going to use the vertical column method for subtraction, which we normally use for whole numbers. Now we've just got a comma. So I'm going to say 8,734, 73. Okay, 8,734, 73. Subtract 423,14. Okay, exactly the same rule applies here. You take your comma and you put it underneath the other comma. Keep your commas in the same line, in the same column. Okay, and then I'm going to say my 423. 400 fits in the hundreds column. Here's the hundreds column. So I'm going to say 400. 20 fits in the tens column. So I'm going to say 420. 3 fits in the units column. So I'm going to put it over here. Okay. The 14ths, or comma 1, 4, the 1 fits in the tenths column. Okay. And the 4 fits in the hundredths column. Okay, so there you can see all my hundredths are underneath each other. My tenths are underneath each other. My commas are underneath each other. Okay, my units are underneath each other. My tens are also underneath each other. My hundreds are underneath each other. And the thousands, okay, in this case there's only 1,000. Okay, now I'm ready to do exactly the same as I will do with whole numbers. I'm going to subtract the bottom from the top. The only difference now is I've got a comma. Okay. So the same as with whole numbers, I'll start from the right, I'll move all the way to the left. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to say 3 subtract 4. I can't do it. Okay, so I need to borrow. So I'm going to go across to my 7 and borrow 1 from the 7. It becomes 6. Carry over the 1. Now it's 13 minus 4 gives me 9. Okay, that is the hundredths column. Then the tenths column, 6 minus 1. 6 minus 1 gives me 5. Okay, then I've got a comma. Guys, easy as pie. All you do, you take a comma and you bring it down. I don't even have to think about it. Okay, it's not complex. You just bring your comma down. Then the next number, the units column, I'm going to say 4 minus 3 gives me 1. Next column, 3 minus 2 gives me 1. Next column, hundreds, 7 minus 4 gives me 3. Next column, 8 minus nothing gives me 8. So my answer is 8,311,59. Guys, I hope you understand this. Please let me know if you don't. Okay, I am going to give you some exercises to work on, and then we're going to have a quiz that's coming up to test if you know how to add and subtract using decimal fractions. Have a wonderful week. If you haven't found some sardines, go out and find some. They are everywhere. Okay, have a wonderful week, and see you later.